Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Ask Academy. Well, the last concept we're doing today is that we're going to be looking at properties of how to simplify expressions. These can get really big and hairy expressions that look, and I'm going to give you one example that an expression can look like, and we need to use all the properties that we've learned to be able to simplify. This is not a numerical. This is an expression to be able to simplify. So we got variables in here. It's not a numerical expression. It's an algebraic expression. And how do we simplify this using what we've learned about our properties? Well, we look for like bases, and we look for powers raised to powers, and we look for those kinds of things. Now, negative exponents, to be simplified, we have our final answer cannot have any negative exponents in it at all. So what my recommendation is when something starts and you have negative exponents, I would do what I can, what I know to do, following the properties, to be able to get rid of them. Again, the 16 has a property of 1, so I'm going to leave it. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is get rid of negative exponents. It has a positive, so I'm going to leave that base alone. M has a positive, so I'm going to leave that base alone. This N has a negative, so I'm going to flip it or throw it in the bottom. This N to negative 5, I'm going to flip it and put it in the bottom. This 2 has a power of 1, so I'm going to leave it. This N has a negative 5, so I'm going to throw it in the top. That's my first recommendation. Get rid of all negatives when you can. That way it's a little easier to work with. Now we're going to look for common bases. Again, 16 divided by 2, you've been doing that since 2nd and 3rd grade. 16 divided by 2 is 8, right? This becomes an 8. That becomes a 1. Now when we multiply 1 in the bottom times anything down there, we don't put it, right? But now we have the M. So the 4th power, there is no like base being multiplied or divided, so we can't change that in the simplification process at all. But here we have like bases of n. And what are you supposed to do with those exponents from the properties? That's right, you're supposed to subtract top minus bottom. Well, 5 minus 5 is 0. What's the end of the 0 power? It's 1. So it actually disappears. And so what's left down here is just a 1. Again, we're not hillbillies. We don't write denominators as 1. And that's what that expression simplifies. So we're going to give you lots of examples of being able to work that and become masters of the exponential properties that we have to be able to work in worlds that powers deal with in our mathematical worlds, that models things out there for us. Hey, enjoy this. We are the Ask Academy.